I get into the topic I'm going to discuss with you, I wanted to know how camp is coming along. Where are you? I know you had to do a certain number of non-padded practices before you can get into pads and start hitting.
Yeah.
I don't think you're there yet, hitting.
No, well, we're hitting.
Hitting,
we're not doing
like
anything. We haven't done anything live yet. All right, we're in shells today. We'll be in full tomorrow. We'll get some live work in. It'll be a limited amount of live work, but we'll get after it tomorrow. So just finished up 6. Been really pleased. I think they've come out. They've attacked every day. Talking about being a little flat today. We're getting into that middle part of camp. We're getting a little banged up, and just making sure we come out with the right mindset and practice a certain way with the right kind of energy and the right kind of urgency and enthusiasm. They went to work today. I just didn't feel like the energy was great, right? And it's got to be great. We got 2 hours of the day. We got to get our minds right before we get out here.
So when you do hit, I mean, do you think you're going to go really heavy, hard hitting, or do you want to be light? I mean, it's a tough balance to strike.
Yeah.
You don't want to get anybody hurt.
Certainly, you're always walking that line, but we've got to go out and we've got to do some live work. And there's certain guys that some of our established players will hold out of some of that stuff. So there's some guys on the no-hit list, of course, but we got some young guys that need to go get that work, get live work.
Saturday, you're going to be in the stadium. There'll be fans there. And I know it's just a practice, but you're in the stadium. What did you talk to the players about?
Yeah.
This is important that every time we step into the stadium, and I believe you bring them in the locker room like it's a game, don't you?
Yeah, we sure do. Our guys understand the reverence that you have to have when we walk into that stadium, being a memorial, and I think the freshmen understand that too. We'll certainly talk to them about it. It's interesting because the first time you get in there, the guys have a tendency to lose their mind a little bit. So just remaining focused and taking your surroundings like we do at all of our games, and go focus on the task at hand.
So I'm doing a story. I found it interesting. Ronnie Gillis did the question of the day, and it was about who's the best basketball player on the team. And it's interesting. There was a bunch of people. Jake Lusk ended up getting the most shout-outs. Was that surprising to you?
No, we watched the Jake Lusk highlight video a couple of times as a team in there, and he was a good player in high school now. There's several guys on this team that were good basketball players as well. So I don't know who the best one is. I think Jake's probably the most well-known one, though.
How do you approach that? They playing pickup basketball. Do you okay with the players doing that at certain times of the year? I'm sure you don't want them playing pickup basketball right now, do you? No,
certainly not. I don't want them playing pickup basketball or flag football or any of that kind of stuff. Right? We're a one-sport operation around here, and they got to focus on that. And they got plenty to keep them occupied as far as being competitive and doing that stuff.
Right, but they do apparently play basketball at some point during the season, right?
Yeah.
I mean, during the off season.
Yeah, not that I know of. But maybe some guys get out there and shoot around a little bit. We got to be smart about doing that for sure.
How would they know who the best basketball player is then?
Based on their high school stats, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you played basketball in high school. Yeah. Did you feel that sport, in terms of the skills, the athleticism required, helped you as a football player?
There's no question. You talk about multi-sport guys. We love to recruit multi-sport guys. Right, the guys that compete year-round. Right, you play football only. You're a specialized guy. You're going to play 12 games a year. Only get to compete really 12 times in a game-type situation. If you're playing basketball, you're running track. 70 more times you're competing. You're doing a lot of different things physically. A lot of times we get guys that play multiple sports. Right, their ceiling is a little bit higher, right? Because you get these one-sport guys, and they're just football year-round, and they have a tendency to get somewhat maxed out. So I find that these multi-sport guys, their ceilings are a little bit higher when they get here.
So having been a basketball player, I'm a little bit biased, but I think it requires the most wide range of skills. You got to be able to jump. You got to be able to, stop, start, quickness. You got to be able to have some power if you're blocking out, rebounding. I mean, I think I talked to a Maryland coach back when I was doing Maryland football, and they had a kid that was kind of on their bubble, and they went and saw him play basketball and saw that he could really move well on the court, and that put him over the top.
Yeah.
Do you ever see a guy go watch a guy play another sport to help you decide whether he's good for football?
Absolutely. We've had guys we liked on film and watched them play basketball and then liked them a whole lot. You see what they do athletically, the ability to jump, change direction, eye-hand coordination, all those things correlate to football. I mean, I think lacrosse is very similar. You get to see guys play another sport, right? It adds another dimension to it.
Well, I found it interesting. They did the question of the day, who's the best basketball player? And there's a lot of Jake Lusk, a lot of Casey Smith, Hoke Smith was mentioned. Not one person mentioned Luke Pirris, and I was told at this time last year that you were the best basketball player on the team. What happened? Did they forget about you?
I've just been focusing on football a lot more, so I haven't had time to get on the court. I still know I'm the best basketball player out there, although it's a highly debated dispute. It's just a fun argument to have with the guys in the locker room. So
What do you bring on the team? I've seen your resume. You scored 1,000 points. And you're one of only 5 players in Ponte Vedra high history to score 1,000.
Yep.
I don't know if Hoke Smith scored 1,000 points in high school.
Yeah.
But kind of what do you bring? How would you describe your game?
I mean, in high school, I was a get to the rim type of guy. I was a lot bigger and stronger than most of the basketball players I went against, just like because of football, I was lifting in the weight room a lot. I had a good jump shot sophomore year, but once I started hitting the weight room hard, I kind of lost that a little bit, but definitely a defensive and get to the rim type of guy.
Could you dunk it?
Yeah, no, definitely.
So you played the post here, well, are you like a 4 or a 5? Were you a pivot or a more power forward type guy?
I played the 5, but we had like a 5-out offense, so they kind of cleared it out and created a lot of space for me to get to the paint.
So the Jake Lusk, who is getting so much love as the best basketball player,
yeah.
Have you played against him in the past?
Yeah, no, I have. He's a really good player.
I saw that he has quite a resume as well on his high school. What's Jake bring to the table?
He's like a smaller Jokic. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the guy who's a post scorer like that, kind of a European type player. Fun guy to have on your team because he just dominates the paint.
So if you had to pick a starting 5 of the best 5 and do it kind of by position, you need a point guard, you need a shooting guard, you need a wing forward, and a power forward and a center. Who would you pick? Who would be your 5?
I would start off point guards for sure. Stephen Glenn. He's a really good passer.
I've heard a lot of good things about him.
He's very good.
Surprising for a kicker.
Yeah. I'll have to go with my guy Pirris at the 2. He's a defensive guy. Doesn't really do too much on offense, but sometimes you just need a defensive guy.
Lockdown guy, right?
Yeah. 3, I'm going with Casey Smith. I've heard a lot of good things about him. 4, myself, and then 5, Jake Lusk for sure.
Casey, we're talking basketball, and last week they had the question of the day, and you got some shout-out. I heard your name like 5 or 6 times. What do you think you have shown your teammates that have impressed them?
I think it's probably my shooting ability. I was more of a shooter in high school, so when we played pickup during the off season, right after the season, like in winter, January, I think I'm just a good shooter, and I think I surprised a few people because I didn't think think I'd be good at basketball.
Well, you were second team All-County by the Capital Gazette. I think that's an indication that you got cred. Didn't you tell me when you were hoping to play basketball in college, wasn't that your goal all along?
Yes, sir. It was either basketball or lacrosse for a while, but it's hard to play Division I basketball in college, at least. I got a few D2 looks, D3 looks, but I always wanted to go somewhere big, D1, and found my calling in Navy for football, and I'm happy here.
So with your size, I thought you would. Are you not afraid to go down and mix it up a little bit?
No, I am, sir. It's just in high school, 6'4", it's tall, but it's not big. We were playing against 6'7", 6'8" guys, and I was more of a 2 and a 3, so I was a shooter, driver.
So what is your range? Are you out to 3-point land? Or?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can consistently hit the 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everybody was saying Jake Lusk. Why?
Jake Lusk is a dog. He's a dog on the court. You can watch his high school basketball highlights. He can shoot. He's got really good footwork. He's good. He's good out there. Surprised a few people.
Because nobody can guard him?
Not that I've seen. Yes, sir.
What if you had to pick a starting 5 and you need to have a point guard, a shooting guard, a wing forward, a power forward, and a center, what would be your 5?
I would do Kendall Evans because he's got some height. Me and him can probably play the 5 and the 4, and then I'll put Lusk at the 3. He can get dirty, and me and him can swap in between. I've heard Jay Ross is really good. I've heard he averaged like 18 in high school, so I'll have him as one of my guards, and then maybe Phil Hamilton. I'll change that to Luke Hutchison. Luke can play good on-ball defense, and he can run the 1 for our team.
Well, we're here with Jake Lusk, who was pretty much unanimous pick as the best basketball player on the Navy football team when that question was asked of players last week. Were you surprised by that?
Not really, but yes at the same time. I don't know. We don't play a whole lot here, but they like to throw my highlights up on the screen, before a couple meetings, so I don't know.
Well, kind of tell us about, I went and read your high school bio. I think your team won a state championship or something?
We went to the Elite 8 my senior year. We were pretty good. From freshman year to senior year, we were always one of the better teams in Central Ohio.
And were you the star player, or was there someone else on the team?
We had a little bit of a 1-2 punch. One of my good friends, Gavin Foe, he played at Marion, which is a D2 school in Indiana. I think we were pretty good friends. All of us kind of grew up together, so we played all from kindergarten up. We always played together. So yeah.
And what would you say is your position? Are you a wing guy or are you a post? What
You know, if I really need a basket, I'm definitely going under the post, but I can stretch it out a little bit for sure.
You got range?
I would say so, yeah.
So I was just talking to Pirris, and he described you kind of as a poor man's Nikola Jokic. Is that an accurate description? He said you got a European game.
Yeah, you could say that. You know, little fundamentals. I'll throw in a hook shot here or there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I don't know. They like
the pass like Jokic?
Obviously not like him, but I mean a little bit. You know, just from I actually was pretty small growing up, so I played like a lot of like point guard and stuff like that. So yeah.
So I mean, how would you describe your game? What do you bring to the court?
I mean, just the ability to get a basket down low and then stretch it out if I need to, and then if they need me to bring the ball up, I can bring the ball up. So yeah.
So on the rare occasions that you all play some pickup basketball, who tries to guard you? I mean, is there anybody that can handle you?
I mean, you stick a bigger guy on me, I feel like I can go around him. You know, Kendall Whiteside likes to talk a little bit about it. Yeah, he tries to, but he'll tell you he can, but he can't guard me. So yeah.
So I'm curious, is Luke Pirris, last year at this time I was here, and he was the best basketball player, and he scored 1,000 points in high school. Not one person mentioned Luke Pirris, and who's, I think, supposedly has game.
Yeah, that was surprising to me too. I was surprised to see Hoke Smith's name on there. He can hoop a little bit, but I don't think as good as you know, Luke and Casey and stuff like that. But you know, don't tell Hoke I said that. So.
So I was asking the other guys, if you had to pick a starting five, and you got to have by position, you need a point guard, you need a shooting guard, you need a wing, and 2 post players. Who would you pick as your starting five?
Jay Ross, he's pretty good. I'll go Casey. I'm gonna go Kendall Whiteside just for a big guy. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna throw Brady Wine and then Luke Pirris in there.
We're with Hoke Smith, and we're talking about basketball. Last week they asked the question of the day, and most people answered Jake Lusk was the best basketball player on the Navy team. Some said Casey Smith, but your name was thrown out there, and you threw your own name out there. Why did you feel you were the best?
You know, hooped a little bit in high school. We liked at naps especially. We would hoop all the time, every weekend. You know, I like to think I can hoop a little bit. Can stretch the floor, shoot a little bit. You know, big guard. That's how we do it.
What kind of, you know, how would you describe your game?
You know, I can do it all. That's the, you know, I'm a grab boards, play lockdown D. I can stretch floor too. Got a nice little strap. Can handle the ball a little bit. Absolutely.
In high school, what position did you play in?
I played center. I played center in high school. Yeah, I was you know, taking charges, grabbing boards. You know, just the gritty guy, hustle guy.
A pretty decent high school basketball team.
We were pretty good. We made the playoffs. We were all right.
Mm-hmm. Was there any star player above you that maybe was going to college for basketball?
Yeah, we had so one of my best friends from high school, Cole Turner, plays receiver at Clemson right now. He could hoop. He was nice. And then a guy in the grade below me was Wynn Miller. He would play at Belmont basketball. Yes.
Well, so one of the players I was just interviewing, who will go nameless, said they were surprised to hear your name on the
Interesting.
list. Yeah. Why do you think some players would be surprised?
You know, I mean, you know, they see 300 pounds and they don't think athletic in the first thing that comes to their mind. But you know, we'll see it on the court. We'll prove them wrong.
So were you surprised that the unanimous winner, I'm not unanimous, but the landslide winner was Jake Lusk? Was that surprising to you?
Lusk can hoop, no doubt about it. It's like really funny at night, you know, during camp, we put up like guys' highlights tapes of them in high school. And the other night we put up Lusk's high school basketball highlight tape, and he was up there banging threes, and he's nice. He's the real deal. We've played pickup too, and you wouldn't believe it, but he's good.
Right. You can't guard him?
I mean, I think I could guard him. We'll keep that between me and you.
If you try to guard him with a big guy, he goes around you. Like he says Kendall Whiteside tries to bully you.
I know for a fact Kendall Whiteside can't guard him, and Kendall Whiteside definitely can't guard me either. But yeah.
I was surprised that nobody mentioned Luke Pirris, because around this time last year I was hearing that Luke Pirris was the best player, and he scored 1,000 points in high school, and you know, he has game. Nobody mentioned Luke.
Luke can hoop too, but you know, we let the bigs. We're going to take pride in it, yeah, for sure.
What about Casey Smith? What's he?
Casey's nice. He can hoop. Same thing. Can shoot the ball, can dribble the ball, long, can D up. He's good too.
So I was asking the other guys, if you had to pick a starting five from the Navy football team, and you need one person each position, you need a point guard who's going to distribute, a shooting guard who can stretch the floor, and you need a couple bigs, maybe a wing who's athletic. Give me
I like this. Okay, this is tough. I'm going to go Casey.
Are you on the 5?
I'm on the 5. I got to be on the 5. So I'm going to go the 5. I'm going to go with the 5 or the 4. Got to have Lusk. He can space it out. Casey's can play the 1 or the 2. Kendall Evans is nice.
Yeah, I heard that.
Trying to think. Andrew Duhart isn't bad.
Yeah, he mentioned himself. That's another guy who voted for himself.
Dew isn't bad. But I don't know if you saw the question of the day today. It was who would you not let date your daughter? And Duhart is up there. But so I got Casey, Dew, Lusk, me. Probably Luke Pirris.
Okay.
I think we'll take any 5.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Hoke.
All right, thanks, Mike.